Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and it plays some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David,
And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Nebraska!
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Running back searching for a hole. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Huskers want to move quickly.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Able to get one down to the 15.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Let's see what they do on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
And the Huskers are flying down the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Baird is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this job.
The back goes in motion. This is a designed run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Going for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
And that pass picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Looking deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy.
Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly. Underneath toast of coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up.
Ohio State 21, Nebraska 17.
The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away.
Punt formation to kick it away.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First down here for the offense. The give. Bust through behind his pad. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Husker! And the defense doing work. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level.
Gonna take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Coming after him. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the incompletion, it's second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He breaks a tackle, and he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires it incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and maybe to me that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the ball's loose in the backfield. The defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoot and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man showing great... to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum. He's looking deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Nebraska! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. pull that offense back out there. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. The DBs will back off a bit. He wants to pass it on second down. Oh, he wants it all. And it's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The inside handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got his man. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Ohio State 35, Nebraska 31.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here.
He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. He was trying to keep that play alive, getting out and escaping to the left, just hoping something good would happen.
And just buying time, right? Trying to give your receiver time to get open. He couldn't get open. He couldn't find an avenue to get him the football, but at least he bought some time and gave himself a chance, just couldn't capitalize on it.
Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the 1st. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation and what play to dial up.
Trying to find his man on first down. Soft spot in the middle. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They take the lead with the 6. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 11 over Colorado State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's going to pass. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Second down coming up. They'll try the run. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical, and if they give up another run right there for a first down, someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll leave it with him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly on the move. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route, and the quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with his receiver on that.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game's 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Going up top on 1st down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And that big, bad Husker front just keeps wreaking havoc in the backfield.
I mean, that's what you want. You want the defensive line to dominate the football game. You don't want to have to blitz and bring all these extra bodies. And this defensive line, this black shirt defensive line, is doing their job.
From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, when you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Nebraska 38, Ohio State 35.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Now the play fake. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Quickly out to the tight end. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off, and he's got the vision. Athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by a field goal over Navy. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you.
Afterburners coming. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Huskers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Spits it out to the back. Gets it out quickly. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Leaves it with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll throw it on first down. Back open in the middle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
And the Buckeyes get the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Had to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Going downfield for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
And the returner goes down. Here, they've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The snap sets up the throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. people are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left.
Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the UAB Blazers. And the Razorbacks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Blazers offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
The Blazers in the hurry-up.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Fakes his man out. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. On third down, going up top. He looks that one in nicely. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. No huddle here for the offense.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quick tempo here for the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
To the air, it's Zeno. Snags it into the end zone. Touchdown, Blazers.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
7, Arkansas 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Arkansas's offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Trying to beat the D deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Makes him talk to the hand. And it was...